Hey, this is The Social Tea, and I'm Sharonda Lee. I talk about all things social, including celebrity news, reality shows, what's going on in pop culture, local news, and more here in these YouTube streets. Now, we know folks always get in their feelings about what's said here on social media, so I must say, what's stated here is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you visit my website at www.thesocialteatalkmedia.com and also follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, also known as X, and TikTok. Also check out my podcast, The Social Tea, Off the Air, on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Now, y'all, I stay on ready, so make sure you subscribe to my backup channel. I am Sharonda Lee, The Social Tea, here on YouTube. Now, before we get into it, make sure you hit that notification bell, like, share this with everyone you know, and subscribe. Now, with all that being said, relax, get comfortable, and let's get into the tea. Chris Brown, bring your ass front and center. My dude, my nigga. Finish him. Round one. Let me stop. I sound like Mortal Kombat, but dang, I know his phone been ringing off the hook since he released his response. Like I said on IG, stop blackballing Chris Brown and let him be great. He literally been in all genres of music. This actually makes hip hop look pretty bad. The fact that an R&B singer can write a diss track as hard as Hit 'Em Up in Ether, man, that's out of this world. It literally made us forget about all the other rap beef that's going on. Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross. We forgot about those beefs. The state of hip hop looks really bad. I mean, look at the talent that's out right now. Everybody ain't a star, and the fact that an R&B nigga can come out and body a dude that's already in the hip hop game is crazy. But I'm been following Chris Brown since his career started. He's been rapping since he started. He actually wanted to be a rapper, but the label that he was signed to push an R&B career. In my opinion, he is literally this generation's Michael Jackson. If ain't nobody representing Virginia, damn Chris, you did, my dude. I'm born and raised in Hampton, Virginia. Bad News, aka Newport News, the cousin of Hampton. Damn, we got some real mother talented people from the Tidewater Peninsula areas. The whole Richmond, Portsmouth, Hampton, Newport News, Virginia Beach, Norfolk areas, Chesapeake. Like, dang, we really got some talented people from this area. And of course, I said it in my previous videos, I now live in Baltimore City. But Chris, he made VA proud. I've been a fan since day one. Shoot, I remember when he was doing shows at King's Dominion in Richmond. That's throwback for you. Those who say he hit women, ugh. Oh, he hit Rihanna. Two things can be true at the same time. Yes, two things can be true at the same time. Do I believe he hit Rihanna and they got into it? Yep, I believe that. However, why? Why? The situation is deeper than most know or most care to know. Now, I started this here blogging channel here on YouTube last year, but at heart, I've always been about this blog life. And if you know about anything about Lipstick Alley or Diary of a Street King, go to those archives, boo. Okay? The fight was literally, the fight was alleged. I'm gonna say the fight was allegedly Because of the words of my fellow YouTuber, shout out to Tea Talk with your girl, she gave him them bumps. That's what the fight was about. I'm talking in code for YouTube, but she got that from them bumps from Jay-Z, allegedly. Chris and Rihanna relationship was a setup to hide the fact that Rihanna was underage messing with Jay-Z. Because remember, he's the one who pretty much signed her. Chris Brown found out, spazzed out on her, and he has been blackballed from the industry ever since. Because that arguing, because of a phone or a girl called him, for me, it never made any sense for an all-out brawl like they try to claim, like he just was beating her. I believe what was said. I believe he found out, she got upset. She started hitting him while they were driving, because mind you, his interview, he said they were driving. And, you know, them California Valley roads ain't no joke. You can literally drive off a cliff. It just don't make no sense for an all-out brawl. And make this make sense. Why Beyonce and Rihanna seem like they don't like each other, like they don't get along? Anyway, if you're a male or a female and somebody gave you them bumps, what's your reaction gonna be? And I don't agree with nobody laying hands on nobody. I don't agree with no man hitting no woman. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I do not agree with a man putting hands and feet on a woman or anybody putting hands on their feet. But if you've been wronged in that way, what would your reaction be? And of course, I have to say that the info is alleged in my opinion. But this is something that I heard throughout the years. It could be hearsay. Don't matter what I believe. But I will also say this. Jaguar Wright said the same thing in her interviews, her new interviews and her old interviews. She ain't been wrong yet, and nobody has sued her. So let that sink in. But anyway, Chris, or aka Breezy, ripped Quavo a new one. Like, oh my God. Like, see, I was raised in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. And Chris Brown Weakest Link just reminded me of what hip hop is missing. Uh, like his track was like some real takeover domination type shit. Like the best rap battle or rap track since Tupac Hit 'Em Up or Nas Ether. Period. Those two tracks is the greatest diss tracks of all time. And Chris Brown's can sit right up there with them. I tell my kids all the time, growing up in the 90s was a whole different level and a whole different time and a whole different vibe. It's you like literally had to be there. Now this beef of theirs is about women, of course. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Karuchi and Sweetie. Power of the coochie. Literally, men will go to war over a woman. Now, what would really hit if Sweetie came out with her song Nani featuring Chris, or hell, even have Karuchi in the video? Now, that would really slap, like real talk. Like that would start the summer off real right. She can really capitalize off of this, real talk. But how did this even start? Like, how did this beef between Chris Brown and Quavo even start? I think back in 2017 at the BET Awards, a fight broke out between Chris Brown and Migos, Offset, Takeoff, Quavo. Because back then, Chris ex Carucci, I think she was dating Quavo, I think. I can only assume Chris felt some type of way due to him being cool with them all. And you know how it is. Okay, we cool, but you ain't gonna date my girl. And I think Chris Brown even did some collabs with the Migos. So fast forward, they begin to have beef on and off of IG, back and forth. to the point where Chris posted DMs between him and Offset and even showed his home address. Like Chris didn't even care. He was about that life, begging him to pull up. Like begging, come see me. I'ma be home. I'ma be home. I'ma be home. Chris was about that life. It's been on since. It's been on since. Throughout the years, the beef with the Migos has just been on. Now it's Quavo, and now we're here. Now on this diss track, Quavo compared Chris to Michael Jackson. For me, that really was not a diss because, like I said, Chris Brown is like this generation's Michael Jackson. And on Chris diss record, him mentioning Takeoff, he didn't say anything disrespectfully. He was literally giving Takeoff his flowers, literally, and giving him respect. I mean, folks were on Twitter saying it should have been Quavo instead of Takeoff. I'm not wishing anything on anybody, but that's what the people were saying when it happened. And this, to say there's a bullet with Chris' name on it, I think that's weak. I'm from the old school. I think that's weak. Where was that energy for the folks who actually unalive Takeoff? Like, what? Chris said he wanted to throw hands. That means he wanted to fight. In my opinion, if a person has to resort into getting a pow pow because you don't know how to use your words or even your hands, that's weak for me. I feel like that's weak. It just shows that you're not built for this type of thing. Quavo response only proved Chris right. He proved him right. Why did you even add Takeoff to the diss track? Like, dude, you couldn't even clap back on your own. You had to mix it with somebody. Like, sir, just stop. Just stop right now. Somebody did suggest that maybe they should have a sit down with Farrakhan because it might be a good idea. Yeah, they've been beefing since like 2017. That might be a good idea because the way Chris destroyed him on his diss track, this could get out of hand. And my generation has seen what happened to Tupac and Biggie. And it's really no need for that. It's really not. But you know what? Christopher Maurice, Nas, Tupac, Frank Lucas Brown, you done enough, little homie. Let him breathe. Don't mess with him no more because he in his feelings. He tight. You made your point. You said what you said. You literally the Avenger with the Infinity Stone, dude. You good. No more. Unless he come back out with something that's crazy. But no more. All right, let me know what you think in the comments and see you in the next video.